kind of repair something. Like to think that we have things trending in the right direction, but there's still a lot between now and March 1st or 2nd, whenever that season ends, regular season ends. So Thursday's another another opportunity for us to just see what we got, see what we're missing. That's it.
You said yesterday that while you're pleased with the depth, you kind of wanted more contributions and more consistency. Did you like what you saw today? You had six that finished in double figures.
Yeah. I think it'd be great to get great contributions from a lot of people. If you're able to get multiple people in double figures, and if you're able to do that in the first half, that's fantastic. If it comes in the fourth quarter, that's, the 3-run homer when you're up 8-2 in the 9th inning. So, we have to make sure that we're able to distribute the ball enough, and people have to be productive. And I think that's when we're at our best. So that, these first halves and some of these first quarters have given us an opportunity to spread it around. Obviously, when Paige is aggressive like she was, it changes things a little bit for us.
Geno, it's been a while since you could get your all 5 guys that you thought would be starting, going through practice. Is it starting to show? And you're seeing a lot of backdoor cuts. You're seeing guys that look like they've actually played in practice together a little bit more than you maybe had earlier in the season.
It does show. It does take time. It helps if you obviously get a ton of reps doing the exact same things. We try to be consistent in our practices and keep our stuff consistent. That's the best way I can describe it. We don't vary too much what we're doing. So with enough repetitions, we start to see the results of it. Players become a little better in their basketball IQ, reading each other. And that's a byproduct of spending time together. And you're right, I don't remember the last time that was the case. That, we've had who I envision, being the top 7, let's say, on the team.
Geno, can you describe the bond between Abby and your players that you saw, what kind of you saw unfolding there over the last few years?
Sometimes, not sometimes, but generally speaking, these scenarios start with an idea, and let's have an idea where we kind of sort of adopt someone that we can make their experience and what they're going through much better by surrounding them with a group of people that can take their mind off of what they're going through and put them in a different space. And invariably, there's players on your team that get emotionally attached. And we certainly have that, and some more than others. And it became more than just, we're doing this because it's a great cause. It's a great, doing community service things. We're giving back to the community. Yeah, that's all well and good. But it became, she's on our team, and it became, she's part of our family, and and Abby became more than just a symbol of what we're doing. She became an inspiration to us all. When the team went to her services, we literally could not practice that day or the next day. It was very, very emotional for our team. We tend to look at our players like adults or young adults, but at heart they're kids. And when they see another kid like them going through what Abby was going through, it certainly it leaves a lasting impression on you. I think it makes you a better person.
Caitlin hits multiple threes again today.
Two games in a row. Whoa, 2 games in a row?
Yes. I mean, just how valuable has it been for your
It-
offense?
Twice is a coincidence, right? Once is an accident, twice is a coincidence. You know what people say? So 3 times is beginning of a pattern. So let's just hope that that it continues. There's a different look on Caitlin's face when she's shooting it and she knows it's going in. And that's what she looked like today. That's what she looked like the last game. I can't think of anything more important that an athlete, a person doing anything needs more than self-confidence, self-belief. And when you see the ball go in practice especially, it changes our team, obviously. It changes our team. And it gives us another dimension. And I hope that Caitlin can keep building on these things.
Is there a point where you saw that confidence click for her, or has it just been kind of a slow build?
I don't know. She's a weirdo. Carla told me she was different. I think maybe really smart kids from Princeton. I have a hard time relating to because I don't understand. I was never at that level. But one thing we did talk about that I thought was interesting was I asked her that old question: if we flipped a coin and it came up heads 50 straight times, would you bet your life that it would come up heads the 51st time? She said no. I said exactly. What happened before has nothing to do with what comes next. 0. And so the best shooters are the ones that can leave the last one behind. Yeah, if you want to think the basket's as big as a swimming pool because you just made 2 in a row, great, have at it. But those shooters, those basketball players that hang on to their last miss too long, after a while they have a hard time getting out of that for quite some time. So, that was before we left for DePaul. Maybe I should go, teach a class at Princeton, how to flip a coin.
Geno, you seem to have a lot to say to Ice and Jana on the defensive end very early in the game. Is that an area of the team that you really want to see evolve over these next 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, it's something that obviously we've talked about a lot, and we have to keep harping on. What do you need? What do you need that you don't have right now? So you start looking at your team and you say, boy, it'd be great to throw the ball in the post and get an easy bucket and draw a foul and get a 3-point play the other way. Now, there's a lot of coaches that would tell you, why? Why would you throw the ball in the post to a 6'5" kid that has a 6'5" kid guarding them and have them score over them? Why not just shoot an open 3? There's a lot to be said for that. But I'm old-fashioned, and I like throwing the ball in there and getting a bucket and getting to the free throw line. Next, what else you need? Well, you need a rim protector. Well, I'm not sure either of those guys are going to be rim protectors, but they can keep the ball from coming in there a little better than we do right now. And lastly, can we count on them to make sure that the other team gets one shot. Now, that's a team-wide thing. I get that. But unless the two of them are going to shoot the ball like our guards from the three-point line, they're going to have to contribute in that manner. And so, yeah, that's going to be me harping on it for the next 30 days and beyond. Yeah.
Is there something else besides the chemistry developing that's leading to the offense being so good right now? Is it?
I would say it's the pace that we're playing at right now. You know, when you talk to kids in high school and you ask them, if you say to the kid, hey, listen, what kind of college program you want to play in? You want to walk the ball up the floor and run a play every single time? Or you want to play fast-paced, fast break, up-tempo basketball? Every single one of them will tell you, oh, except Kara Walters, every single one of them will tell you that they want to play in a fast-paced, up-tempo program. Until they get there and you make them run their ass off and they realize how hard it is to play like that. So it's not an easy thing to get your players to understand how hard they have to run, how often they have to exert themselves in transition. And I truly believe that most teams, including ours, most teams in America, they're susceptible to transition baskets because it's much harder now than it's ever been to play transition defense. Okay? What used to be people get twos in transition, now people get threes in transition. So it's crucial that you play good transition defense. And I think attacking teams in transition has got to be a huge part of your offense. And that's how we want to play. And that's how they want to play. It's just getting them to that point takes time. So hopefully, we can keep our foot on the gas. But that's basically what it's been. Thanks, guys. Oh, yeah.
for the microphone for asking a question? Who would like to start off?
Paige, with this now being the team's 11th win in a row, what is the expectation you and your teammates have set for the rest of the season, and what is the end goal we should expect for the season?
Just to not get complacent with where we are, having won 11 in a row. Those 11 wins can't help you win the 12th one, so just continue to get better at practice, get better every day, challenge ourselves, and really start playing our best basketball starting this February, heading into March.
Paige, how much fun is it to play at the pace you guys are playing at right now, but how much work does it get to that point, both to get in shape and get in rhythm with each other?
Yeah, a lot of hard work in practice, drills, just conditioning ourselves to always go hard, in repetition, in practice, in drills. So we train that way. Coaches are always on us about how everything is important. The way you sprint through everything is important. So getting into shape like that is hard, but it's easy at the same time. Was there a second part?
Yeah, how fun is it to play?
Oh, it's extremely fun. Everybody gets touches. Everybody's running. Everybody's playing at a certain pace, and it starts on defense. And I feel like the way we've been playing defense lately has been extremely fun. And so playing at that pace, it leads to everyone succeeding.
You came out first against the Wolves today. Just what has led to this switch in routine, and how has it helped with your mindset?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff with Jake at practices, and so I was like, why not? Why have I not incorporated this into my pregame routine? And so we tried it the other day, and I liked it. And I think just, starting like warm-ups off with that physicality and getting used to that, creating contact and handling it, I think that kind of helps get me in the right mindset, get my body ready. And I think it's something that I'm definitely going to continue to do, but it definitely just like gets me in the zone.
Hazy, Abby's mom told me that one of her favorite moments was the day you showed up at their house, kind of unexpectedly as a surprise. I was wondering if you could kind of describe that and what happened and just kind of what that meant to you.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what was going on. I think Abby was already home. Her sisters were coming home. It's like, I hadn't seen her in a while, so I asked Carly if we could go over for a surprise visit. And it's always so much fun going over to their house. They're such a great family. But just the look on her face when we got to surprise her there, it was priceless. Just her smile was so big. And getting to spend just that evening with her, having dinner, hanging out, playing games, picking her up her sisters from the bus stop, just memories that you won't forget, and just little things that go a long way to both of us. But it was a lot of fun. Something so simple but so much fun. Carly was with me, and were you with me? I think it was just me and Carly, maybe. Were you weren't there?
I don't know. We've been over there multiple times.
Yeah. I think it might have just been me and Carly.
Where do you see AC the most comfortable on the floor now that she's really kind of found her groove again and is just producing every single night?
Where? I think getting to her pull-up, I think that was the thing that she was sort of missing when she first came back, whether it be she was attacking the rim or shooting threes. But now I feel like she's more comfortable shooting the mid-range pull-up. And I think that just adds a whole different dimension to her game, and I think that's where her game really starts. I'll say there.
KK, you're 6 for 6 today. Just what has helped you get more efficient on those fast break plays, the steal and scores and things, just kind of getting those to fall more consistently?
Just slowing down, honestly, when I go to the basket. Not rushing myself when I go up there, which kind of can leave me out of bounds and not finishing, looking at the basket. But just keeping that same energy for these next couple of games. And just, keeping the same intensity on defense, creating steals and creating our offense. So.
Okay, 100%.
Easy. The first basket of the game, you threw the ball to Sarah Strong. I didn't even see her, but you did when she had double, triple coverage. How comfortable are you getting with all these other players now that you've been starting five has been able to get a few games together?
I think it's been really fun getting to, get in that groove with everyone, learn how everyone likes to play. build that chemistry. Just I think not just starting five, but everyone on the team is so good at so many things, and so learning what everyone's specialty is, what their go-to moves are, where they like the ball, has been a lot of fun, and it also just makes it so much easier when you're playing with them. And I kind of just threw it up there and was hoping she was going to catch it, and it's what Sarah does. She finds a way to get the ball and score. So yeah, I kind of just threw it up there and hoped she would grab it, and she did.
Paige, how do you remember Abby? What are the things you remember about her that you're going to kind of take with you?
I feel like there's so many things that stood out about Abby. She lit up a room every single time she walked in it. And she just had this charisma about her, this personality about her that it was impossible not to connect with her. And like the strength that she showed every single day was something to admire and something we all inspire to do. But I think it was the joy that, obviously we use the term Abby strength, but I think Abby joy is one that I want to take with me. Just this sense of no matter what was going on in life, good day or bad, nobody would steal her joy and nobody stealed her happiness to be there in the present moment. And that's something that she lived with every day, and it never wavered. And as you get older, life can start stressing you, adversities can hit, but do you conquer every day with joy and never let the circumstances change that? I think is something we all learn from her.
You guys resume conference play on Thursdays. What do you like most about what the team is doing right now and how it's just kind of gelled through Big East play?
Just our defensive intensity, I feel like, has grown a lot, which is creating more opportunities for us on the offensive end. And once we, get our stops on defense and everything, it kind of just slows us down on the half-court end. It's kind of like, where can we find everybody on their spots on offense, and how can we just go through it instead of just, like, stopping and looking stagnant on offense as well. But I just say our defensive energy has really came a long way at Big East play.
Follow up on that. What do you like about playing the press? I know it's often that goes up there. What do you like about having that role?
Honestly, I get a lot of energy from that. Just kind of like being like a menace on the defensive end, creating steals, creating open shots for people after I get a steal. That's just my personality, who I am, and kind of just helps our team as well with energy, and that brings me a lot of joy, just on the defensive end. So.
This one doesn't really deserve a microphone, but KK, did you recognize Paige when she came out with no braid?
Yeah, it was crazy to see. I saw that slick back and I was like, wait, she's missing something. But she still look good. I like it. Y'all like it? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.